get messages all the time from black women and white women talking about, they can't get a man or a man doesn't want them. But I remember once in 2014, a sister hit me up and she said, hey, I got everything going on. I got a PhD. I got my own house. I got a car. I got a business. I got everything. Like I can cook. I can clean. I'm a catch. I was like, damn. Oh, really? Geez, you single? Like you got everything going on. And she said, but you know what? However much she tries, she just can't get a black man. And I thought to myself, I mean, that's strange. You got everything going on. I hadn't gone onto her profile. This was on Facebook. I didn't go onto her profile at that particular time. So I said, all right, let me have a look. So I went onto her profile and I saw a possible reason as to why she may not be able to find the guy that she wants. So I asked her a question. I said, what do you think the reason is that you can't find a guy, specifically a black guy, because you're saying that you got everything going on? And she says, I don't know. I don't know what it is at all. I said, have you ever looked at yourself and thought anything? She couldn't think of any possible reason. She was not ugly. She was definitely not ugly, but she was a big girl, a very big girl. And I don't mean thick, because there's differences between thick and voluptuous. She was a very big girl. So she couldn't look at herself and actually think this could be a possible reason. So I'm thinking of myself as a guy. I have my particular standards of what I want when it comes to a woman. And at the moment, we're talking on an aesthetic level. We're talking on a physical level, on a superficial level. The reason why we're talking on a superficial level is because everybody is allowed to be superficial to a certain extent. We are all superficial to a certain extent. Ladies, when a man comes to you and says, hey, can I speak to you a second? You judge him based on how he looks. You're being superficial. And if he wants your phone number, you don't know him. And you're like, he ain't my type. So you would probably say no. But you're going to give more time to somebody that you feel is better looking. Not everybody, but yes, men are very visual creatures. Even when we're talking about sex, men are very visually stimulated, whereas women are not as visually stimulated. It takes more of the touch and the feeling and the mood. It's slightly different for women. So you already know this as a standard, first impressions. So here's the thing. You have this sister that was a very big girl and she was overweight. Now, aside from the health aspects, because we need to talk about the health aspects, because we are letting white people just destroy us in all honesty with their free this, free that, do this, don't let nobody, you can be however you want to be. Yes, you can be however you want to be. And of course, you should not change yourself to get a man or change yourself to get a woman. But I'm going to say this before I really start to go into this. If you haven't tried something before, you don't know if it works. So if trying this particular thing and you just don't want to try it, oh no, it's not going to work. You don't know. Now, first and foremost, the sisters are going to say, but hold on. I see fat white women with black men. I see fat Asian women with black men. How come they don't have an issue? Now, you got to ask yourself this. Look at the types of men, the types of black men you see with these overweight, out of shape white women. Is that even the type of man that you want? Let's be real. Is it the type of man that you want? Sadly, sometimes brothers will go with substandard looking white women. But when you dig deeper and you go down that rabbit hole a little bit deeper, you start to realize why he is with her. Sometimes it's for money. Sometimes it's for a house. Sometimes it's because he wants to be babied. He wants to be mothered. Those big white women are easy to manipulate and control, plus easy sex and money. Stop looking at this from a female perspective. You now need to look at it from a male perspective. Now, of course, there are men that do like big women. There are men that like very big women, very skinny women, of course. But we're talking about particular types here. You've got sisters that will say, well, what about getting a white boy? Because white boys don't seem to care whether you're big or skinny or fat or whatever. And this is the truth. Because a lot of these white folks have fetishes, and we're talking men and women. There's not really many white people when I grew up in the star, right? So I would remember going to work and being around white people and white women. And white women would just lose their shit over black men, period. It didn't matter whether he was ugly, whether he was good looking, whether he was fat, skinny. You have all seen it. If he's black, that's all that really matters to them. The fact that he was black. And white men ain't no different. The white guys ain't no different. I have seen white men that lose their shit over black women. And it doesn't matter what she looks like. Like I said, I remember seeing white women, and the type of white women that I would see with these black guys were like, You just like any type of black dude, right? Just any type of black dick. That's all you like. You don't care what he looks like. This is the truth. So when you say to yourself, oh, well, if you go outside your race, then they don't care how you look. But that's a fetish, because all that matters is that you're black. And if that doesn't matter to you, then this video is not for you. This live stream is not for you. And also, at the end of the day, we're not talking about sisters that have had bad experiences with black men in terms of negative experiences in relationships. We're talking about a sister that is saying they want black love. I'm seeing a common denominating factor with the sisters that approach me and message me and talk to me about not being able to obtain black love. I'm seeing this common denominating factor. Now, just to bring this point, I made a video. You guys will remember when I went at the black men on YouTube that happened to disrespect black women. I noticed the common denominating factor with the black men that specifically make videos and attack black women. I noticed that they were normally short, they were normally out of shape, they happened to be dark-skinned, and they were normally ugly. I'm not saying dark-skinned men are ugly or this. That's not what I said in the video at all. I specifically stated the men, the particular men that make videos going, I fucking hate black women, always have these particular attributes. And I told these brothers in that video, and I'm going to tell y'all the same thing. If you happen to be a short brother or a brother that's overweight or a brother that's not great looking and you think women ain't noticing you and you feel bitter about it, there's no point in getting all in your feelings. And I told these brothers, go to the gym, work out, get your body right, build the body of a god. Because there are women that you see on Instagram, the amount of men that you see that body build and they're short and they're not great looking. But the moment they take their top off and they got hundreds of thousands of followers and women going nuts over them, there are women that go crazy over a crazy body. And my father used to say this thing. He used to say, in an uneven fight, you got to even the odds. So if there's 2-on-1, if there's two guys coming to attack you in a fight, if you got to pick up a brick because you got to even the odds. If you can't win that fight, then you better swing something to even the odds. If you happen to be a short brother or a brother that's not great looking, what can you do to up your odds? Well, you can go to the gym. You can get successful. You can get rich. We know it's slightly different for men in that aspect. So sisters, now we've got that out the way. Well, white women can get black men, and they happen to be fat. The bottom feeders of society that just really want to come up, really want some money, somewhere to stay. They don't really want to work for it. Those are the brothers that are with these types of women if they don't happen to be the types of guys that simply like big girls. We have this issue in our community, and this is a very sensitive subject. How many sisters have heard or witnessed black men saying, damn, these white girls giving you a run for your money. They in the gym, they getting big booties, they getting right, they got their body right, they in the gym all the time. How many of you have heard this being said? Because I've seen it. And in the same context, I don't like when brothers say that because it's like, I saw a meme once where it said that, and then the guy said, damn, the moment these white girls start cooking fried chicken, y'all are fucked. And I didn't like that because I was like, hold on, you trying to say that all black women are is, being able to cook fried chicken and having a butt? What kind of stupid shit is that? That in one aspect is very disrespectful because black women are more than their physical attributes and black women are more than their body, more than being able to cook. However, listen to what is being said. Pay attention. If brothers are talking about, well, the white girls in the gym now getting booty, getting right, they working hard. That must mean that they're feeling that maybe sisters are kind of slacking a little. Maybe that's how they feel. Do you remember, like, if you had a white boy or a white girl in your school and you had a fight, but if you lost to that white person, people would be like, damn, yo, how you let that white boy kick your ass? Nah, really though? How you let that white boy kick your ass? What's up with that? Do you remember? You knew you couldn't go home to mom and dad, or especially if you were a boy, to your dad and be like, yeah, the black guy came from a white dude. You're like, well, you better go back and kick his goddamn ass. I know you know what I'm talking about. So you can't let these white girls come in and try to run you like that. And I say the same thing to the brothers. When I say to the brothers, don't let these black women tell you that white boys got better credit, more successful than you. Prove them wrong. Get your credit right. Get your success right. I say this all the time. If life is a competition, then you better make sure that you win. But I'm going to say this again. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if you are a sister and you want black love and you are noticing that you can't get black love and the brothers ain't coming to you at all, no brothers, and you might have to look at yourself in the mirror and think the only thing that could be better is I could get in shape. So let me point this out. I saw a sister on Instagram. It was like one of those before and after photo. In the before photo, she was like over 350, 360 pounds, something like that. And in the after photo, she was like maybe 160 pounds. She looked incredible. She looked great. And I had to look at it objectively. And I said, be real. You're clearly attracted to the 160-pound version of her. Would you have spoken to her when she was like 360? The answer was no, I wouldn't. But that's because I have my own standards. And for my standards, it's about health. Society can tell us, be proud to be big, be proud to be fat, be proud to be overweight, be proud to be plus size. You eat and you do you. That's all that matters. And yes, I agree. You should do what makes you happy. However, there is the aspect which is dangerous when we don't understand the concept of diabetes and high blood pressure and heart disease and illnesses from the food that we are eating and overeating. It's not good to be like that. You can promote the big girls, develop, because there are some girls that are just naturally thick. They're naturally muscular. They're naturally fleshy. Their body fat percentage is going to be low. Because remember, when you weigh yourself, you can weigh body fat percentage versus you can have somebody that's like 200 pounds, but have body fat percentage of maybe 10%. It is not healthy to be really, really big. It's not. And it's the stuff that we're eating. Don't think I'm going to leave out the skinny people in this either, because certain people are skinny and think they can eat whatever they want. No, you're skinny. You can eat whatever you want because you got fast metabolism. But what it is doing inside your body, I was skinny as hell and I used to eat everything. I was unhealthy. But you would never know to look at me because you would think, oh, he's skinny, he's slim. But what the food would be doing to your arteries is really bad. And you were skinny. So I'm not letting anybody slide. Everybody gonna get this work today. This is true. You gotta watch what you eat, right? You have to eat better. Okay, you have to eat better. It's about eating better. And if you say to yourself, but I like being big, I like food. Now, here's the truth. Do you like being big? Or are you comfortable with being big? Have you just got content? Have you settled? This is something that I notice a lot. People say, well, no, I'm cool like this. Are you really cool like this? I can tell you from my own experience. Now, believe it or not, I have been chubby and I have been really skinny and I have been in great shape. As you can see, probably my profile picture, I look broad in the shoulders. My arms look okay. My face is slender. I'm working out in that picture. So I'm looking okay. My face is looking chiseled. When I was not worried about what I was eating, my face got fat. My facial structure changed. You couldn't see my cheekbones. You couldn't see my jawline. My face changed. The woman that lost so much weight, her entire face changed. She looked so different. She looked older when she was bigger and younger when she was smaller. She had cheekbones. And when we talk about physical attraction as well on the faces, it's about your features. And of course, yeah, you can be pretty and chubby. You can be cute and chubby. You can be ugly and skinny. We know this. But the health aspect, and this is what I really want to push as well. I'm just using the relationship side to push the health aspect. That's what it is. I'm using the relationship side to push that. Because I know sometimes I can't reach sisters by talking about the health. You know, if I sit here going, we need to eat better. We need to eat better because it's killing us. It's killing us. A lot of people are not going to listen. A lot of sisters ain't going to listen. A lot of brothers ain't going to listen. But if you say, listen, yo, brothers, you get yourself a stack of women if you get in shape. Brothers going to start listening. If you say, yo, sisters, you going to be hounded by brothers. They might start listening. Now, the thing about women that you have to understand is this. When you go from being out of shape to being healthy, notice the words I'm using to be, all right, when you go from being unhealthy to being healthy, when being healthy becomes being in better shape, you are going to have another problem. The problem is not going to be black men don't want you anymore. The problem is going to be black men do want you now. They're going to be running for you. And now you have to ascertain and differentiate between the real and the fake. And that's where IKYG comes into play. The knowing the games that men play. You don't want brothers all over you and you find out it's just because you got a banging body and you got a pretty ass face. It's almost like a double-edged sword. And some sisters, they're not ready to expect that yet. But that is what's going to happen. It's like out of the frying pan into the fire. Before it was like, damn, nobody wanted me. And now it's like they all want me, but do they want me for me? And yes, and I see people saying they got a skinny friend that love big women. Yes, of course. Of course. There are people that like big girls, big men, skinny girls, skinny men. I'm just saying, notice what I'm trying to do here. Notice my ulterior motive is really to push the health agenda by using the relationship goal as a tactic. The problem that, and Rosalind said something. Rosalind said she don't got a booty. And we know a lot of brothers like big booties. Now, if you're anything like me, I don't care whether you got a big booty or a little booty. I just like shape. It's firm. If it looked the right shape, it could be a little booty or it could be a big booty because Skinny girls got nice booties too. With me, I don't care about big or small. It's just as long as the shape is right. And guess how you get shape? You could have no booty and then go to the gym, do squats, do donkey kicks, and get the shape. You may never have the biggest butt, but you're going to have a nice butt. And you can have a big old booty and it have no shape. It's just a butt with no substance. Go to the gym. It'll be even better. The reality is we live in a superficial world. We live in a superficial world. When are you going to admit that we live in a superficial world, people? Because we do. We do live in a superficial world. People judge you by how you look first. There are people today that followed me back in 2014 from my first video that went viral on Facebook. It was called Why Black Women Don't Want Us. But it was to say, these are the reasons Black women don't want Black men, and it's because of the things that we do. And we need to take better care of our sisters and show them that we appreciate them. Otherwise, they're going to leave us. On Facebook, that video did something like 100,000 shares. I couldn't even believe it. I went from having 3,000 followers on Facebook to having like 80,000 followers on Facebook within the place of about a month. I couldn't even believe it. In the comment section, a lot of sisters just talked about my face. Oh, he's cute. He's sexy. I haven't even heard what he said yet. So they judged the video and they clicked on the video because they saw my face. And we noticed the difference when I have videos that don't show my face versus videos that do show my face. Because people are superficial. We judge things by how it looks. I said a joke once. I said, if you don't want me to judge a book by its cover, then have a better cover. We live in a superficial world. Sisters, when you watch videos with women that do makeup or hair, you're quicker to click on the sister that got the bigger hair or the sister that got the really pretty face or the sister that got the popping makeup because you're judging on a superficial level. We're judging with our eyes. That's what we're doing. We're judging. I'm not the biggest, buffest guy. I don't got the best physique, but I damn well know what the hell it takes to get an incredible body. I know this. But guess what? People might not click on my videos if I start telling them about, how to go to the gym and work out. If I don't have a body that makes them go, yeah, this brother knows what he's talking about. We judge based on physicality. This is the truth. So sisters, I just want to say this. If you feel that you have everything together, you got your money right, you have education, you have a house, you have a car, you got love in your heart, you want Black love, you woke, you're pro-Black, all of these things. But you still can't get Black love or you still can't get Black men or Black men are not approaching you. I want you to look at yourself and I want you to think to yourself, could I do better in the physical department? Could I? A sister asked me today, she said, Angel, what about me? She said that she intimidates men. She said that she has resting quote unquote bitch face. So I said to her, there's a simple remedy for that. Smile. Brothers got to do it sometimes. Sometimes there are brothers that they're big, they're greasy. They look like they'll hurt you the moment you see them. I got brothers like that. They tell me, they say, Angel, I have to smile all the time so that I don't make people scared. I got to soften the face up. Now, of course, if you're having a bad day, then there's no reason to smile, Well, there's always a reason to smile. But if you're having a bad day, then I can understand. And of course, no brother should ever go to a sister that's not smiling and go smile. Because really and truly, he doesn't know what her day's going to be like. And he should give her a reason to smile. But if you feel that you intimidate men, you can say hello. It's okay, Saying hello does not mean that you want our dick. And we just go, oh my God, yes, she wants us. You can say hi. You can say hello. You can smile. We love it when women smile. Like, that's a fact. When a Black woman smile, ain't nothing better than when a Black woman smile. I'm telling you this right now. There is nothing better. There is no other race of woman that can have an effect when smiling like a Black woman. But on the health level, stop listening to these white folks that are sitting there going, it's okay. You can do this. You can do that. You can be high. Yes, you can. This is a fact. The problem with the world really is we overeat. We don't eat for us to stop being hungry. We eat and we overeat and we get gluttonous with it. And that's bad. If you look at animals, look in the animal kingdom, you do not see fat animals. Even an elephant, as big as an elephant is not fat. Elephants have minimal body fat. Look at that big ass gorilla. It's not fat. They're in shape. Look at pets though. Look at cats. Cats get fat because we overfeed them. Cats in the wild don't get fat. Do you know why? They eat for the amount of calories that they need to run their day. And in regards to people saying about vegans, the thing about the vegan diet is very high in carbs because you're eating less protein. And food that does have protein, it normally has a lot of fat in it and a lot of carbs. Like peanuts got a lot of protein, but they come with a shitload of fat. So you also have to think about exercise. I tell people all the time, your body goals, 70% is your diet and 30% is exercise. Bullshit that, rubbish that. 50% is willpower and brain power. It's in your mind. 50% is in your mind. 30% is diet and 20% is exercise. If you don't got your mind right and you don't got the willpower right, it ain't never gonna happen at all. People been asking me for years. They say, "Hey, Angel, you like big girls?" I say, "I don't mind big girls, but I like flat stomach." And you can be a big girl with a flat stomach because you might naturally just be thick like that. And you got slim fat, the slim fat where you could be skinny and have a big gut. That's because you're not eating right. So for all the skinny people that think to put on weight, you just have to eat as much junk food as possible, it doesn't work like that. Because what's going to happen is you probably store fat in certain places and it's going to go straight to your face and straight to your stomach. You need to eat every 2 hours, high protein, low carbs, low fat. And if you're doing a lot of exercise in the day, then you up your carbs as well. You end up in a calorie surplus and you got to push weights and that's going to help you build up. So the sisters that are skinny as well, you can build up like that. Do heavy weights, low reps. And the same thing when you want to lose weight, it's easy to lose weight. It's easy. Willpower. If you have your diet right and you're doing exercise, it's easy. I'm telling you, I can shed 30 pounds in 2 months with no exercise, just simply from eating right. And I'm not even starving myself. I'm eating like 8 times a day and I can shed 30 pounds if I wanted to by just making sure the calories are right. No more soda, no more sugary drinks. That's the worst thing that you could do. Water. Water's your friend. Know what you're eating in the morning too. Breakfast. Break fast because you've been asleep. You never break your fast with high carb food. Let me explain why you never break your fast with high carb food. Your body exerts a certain amount of insulin. It produces insulin once you've not been eating. Now, insulin allows your body to absorb protein, all types of nutrients. So the more insulin that's running in your body's ready. Your body's just going to take everything it can. This is why people say, oh, if you haven't eaten a lot, be easy because you're going to put on weight quickly. Yes, because if the first thing you eat is high in fat or high in carbs, the insulin is going to drag that all over your body. So you make sure the first thing you eat when you break your fast, when you have breakfast, is something high in protein, low in carbs, low in fat. And you gradually up to the carbs in the day. All of this breakfast is the first meal that you should eat like a king. Now that's bullshit. That's where people have been going wrong because they don't look at the insulin part of their body. So these things all work. But I noticed a common denominating factor. Like I said, the sisters that would approach me and say that they're not getting black men and black men don't want them. They don't approach them. The black men that you think, oh, they go with fat white women, fat Asian women, or fat Caucasian Mexican women, because, Mexican is a nationality, not a race. The types that do that, it's like the brother said, they coming for a come up. It's either easy sex, easy money, a place to live. They are the bottom feeders anyway. And in their mind, they feel that they're not going to get that from a black woman anyway, because a black woman's just not going to give it up like that. And I can tell you this from a fact. Back in the day, I remember I was like 18. I've never dated white women. I've never dated outside my race. It has always been black, biracial, or mixed black women. That's all I've ever dated all my life. And I remember as a joke when I was 18 to my friend, I was like, damn, I need me a rich black woman that's going to take care of my ass. Because this particular brother had a rich white woman looking after him. But I turned around and said, but that's never going to happen for me. Because a rich black woman that has worked hard to get all her money ain't about to look after my ass like that. She's not going to do that. And I knew that off the rip, but I knew that I don't want white women, so I wasn't going to do that. I can't be the only brother that knows this. So they go for the fat white girls. And I'm not in any way trying to bash the bigger girls at all. I love my sisters regardless of how you look. But because I love you, now notice I'm not on camera saying, y'all fucking fat, nah, 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 nah. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying it. That's not how I am. That's not how I talk. But because I love you, I want you to do better. And it goes the same for my brothers. The brothers need to do this too. Because I love you, I want you to do better. I want us to live. I want us to win. I want us to survive. I want us to survive and I want us to win. I'm using this as a tactic to talk about health because I know a lot of people don't care about the health aspect, but they'll listen when they think you're talking about relationships. You got to do it for yourself, of course. I was having a quote unquote debate with one of those black men that loves to bash black women, the most prolific. And I said to him, am I my brother's keeper? And I said, you got to look at your brother like you're looking in the mirror. And if you see something wrong in the mirror, that means something's wrong with you. So you have to do something about it. So you have to address it. But you catch a lot more flies with honey, brothers and sisters. I know some of us love our. Listen, I'll tell you this right now. I love cheese. I love cheese. I love it. Damn, I love cheese, but I don't eat cheese. For one, I don't eat cheese because I don't do dairy. I don't do dairy at all. But the reason I can't do cheese is because cheese is not our friend. Cheese will make you put on weight like, whoa. Do you know the amount of times when I've wanted to lose weight? I've just removed dairy from my diet. But now I don't do dairy at all. I love cheese. I love it. I miss cheese. I want an entire bag of cheese on my spaghetti. I want an entire bag of cheese. Not half the bag, not a quarter of the bag, not a third of the bag. I want to buy the bag, open the bag, pour the entire bag. I want so much cheese on my spaghetti that people say, would you like some spaghetti with your cheese? That's how much cheese I want. But cheese is not my friend. Cheese is evil. Ain't that so messed up? The very things that we love can be the things that can hurt and destroy us. Think about that. I love cheese, but I can't eat cheese because it's bad for us. It's really messed up. It makes you fat. And even when you do like vegan cheese, okay, you don't have the dairy aspect, but it still got all the fat. Vegan cheese. Stop fucking with vegan cheese. All type of cheese. I don't care if it comes from a cow, from an almond, from a cashew nut, or a coconut. It's still bad. If we were wild animals, man, we're not wild animals, but if we were, we would be in shape. We would always be in shape. We would exercise to get our food and we would eat to fill our stomach, and that's it. We don't gotta overeat. But yes, I want you guys to understand what I'm saying when I say, stop looking at the brothers that are with fat white women and go, well, they can get them. You don't even want those type of men. Those type of men that will chase after the fat white women, you don't want them. There's a reason they chase after the fat white women. The fat white woman just happy that a black man wants her. And he reckons he can manipulate her into paying for everything. He reckons he can manipulate her into giving him somewhere to live. Do you really want that type of man? You don't want that man. The fat white woman could keep that type of man. They're not your type. And again, sisters, for we say, well, you know, white boys don't care whether you big or not. Yeah, it's true. That's because they only care that you black. And that is a fetish. Because anybody that you with is going to want to see you at your best. And here's the one thing that I'm going to say as well. Once you get in the best shape of your life and you get in a really healthy position, your standards will increase. Once you get in great shape and you're healthy, those brothers that come to you and they're out of shape or they, you know, they're bottom feeders or whatever, and they're like, yo, can I speak to you? You're going to be like, what? Hell no. Because your standards have increased. A lot of people have standards that they themselves do not meet. Ain't that crazy? Like the brothers that are out of shape, but want a woman that is in incredible shape, like a supermodel. But you yourself look like blubber. That don't make no sense. So once you get to that position in a healthy lifestyle, your standards will increase. I hope that y'all listen to this all the way through. And I hope that you understand my reasons for saying this and talking about this. I don't do double standards. You know this. So I said this to the brothers in another video, and I'm saying this to the sisters. But first and foremost, you got to do it for yourself and do it for the health reasons. Do it for the health reason because you want to be healthy. A healthy life is everything that you need because you will live longer. And I know some of y'all going to miss that food. I know, trust me. My dad used to say, you got to suffer when you're young so you can relax when you're older because you don't want it to be the other way around. You don't want to just have fun while you're young and just eat whatever you want and just go wild because when you're older, you're going to suffer. You will really, really, really suffer. And when you're older, you can't handle it. You can't take it. A little bit of hard work now while we're young, and we are all relatively young in the grand scheme of things, it's going to make it a lot easier on your life when you're older. The health reasons is the main reason that you got to do it. So if you are a sister that wants black love and you're pro-black and you woke and you feel that brothers ain't approaching you or they don't talk to you, I want you to look in the mirror and think to yourself, is there something else that I could change? And remember, this is all about initial first impressions. Beyond that, the physical doesn't mean anything. Because the reality is what is inside and your personality will shine through eventually or might even shade your physical. So I hope this video helps. I hope this helps you to understand that these are subjects that we have to talk about. And I've been wanting to have this conversation probably for 2 years. But I've been kind of like, ooh, I don't know. Because people take things the wrong way. And I don't want people to take things the wrong way. I want people to understand when things come from a place of love. But at the end of the day, nobody could force you to do anything. But if you're sick and tired of something, then the best thing that you got to do is to change it and look at what you can do to change. Don't be a fetish. Don't allow yourself to be a fetish just because you're too lazy to put in other changes. Put in the work. I don't want to make the change. I'll just stay interracially, screw it. You know, that kind of thing. No. That's like cutting your nose off to spite your face. You're still not looking at the real solution. I hope that everybody gained something from this video, and I hope that you took it in the right context that it's meant for. I apologize if anybody took it badly because that's not what I meant, and that's not how I meant it to be. Peace, love, and coconut oil. It's IKYG, where knowledge is power.
Hey man, that's racist. Please remember that from now on, brand new never before seen videos, as well as live streams, will only be available on my website, ikyg.com, via a Patreon subscription. IKYG.com is a Black-owned, Black-ran platform, 100% free from censorship. It's the only place where we don't have to worry about what we say and expressing ourselves. Make sure you check out the description and the comment section for important links, as well as information in video form that shows you what benefits you get when you support the site and join my Patreon. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe and be notified every time I upload a video. For exclusive content and perks, check out my Patreon. This is where we have private live streams, group chats, live Q&As, live phone calls, and open topics. This is a safe space where you can interact with other like-minded people, make friends, send each other direct private messages, and so much more without any trolls. And yes, you get to use GIFs and images in the live chats. So what are you waiting for? This is a completely independent website, free from censorship. If you'd like to make a donation towards the site so we can continue to put out the truth without fear of being silenced, then please hit that donation button. It's greatly appreciated. Check out the rest of the site for videos, private and public live streams, find out all the tea, and make sure to utilize the Black Money section of the website. Advertise your business absolutely free to people that look like you, free forever. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Angel_IKYG.